Hey guys, it's Zach, and this is a video I've been so eager to make. As you guys know, I've been trying to get my hands on the key for this Autocall box that I got a couple months ago now, and I haven't been able to do anything with. And the reason being for that is that I didn't have the key. But finally, I found a listing on eBay from a real nice seller who was selling the actual legitimate key. So this is probably near impossible to see, but it's actually a triangular shape that fits over this here, and that's a screw in there that you can open up and take off. So I posted a little teaser of this thing just spinning on itself in my Instagram, and somebody commented on there that they think I'm going to use a relay because this thing's normally closed, and they're right. It is normally closed, and it needs a relay to do the horns. And the reason being for that is on those older systems that would use this technology, normally closed was considered a normal state. And it was actually when there was an open circuit that you would see the alarm sounding, because this would be connected to a control panel that kind of monitored for that. It's a little different from the way our modern technology works. So we're going to take a look inside here. I've already got it unscrewed, but on here we have, inside of the door, we've got a piece of glass in here. I will not be breaking any glass. It mentions to replace the glass before winding. We have our wires coming in. That's from our battery terminals, and you'll kind of see how that works in just a second. When this coated wheel spins, this moves, and that'll sound off the horn. Why isn't it going off right now? Great question. When the door is closed, you have this peg pushing this down. So the idea is you can service this and not sound off the horns or the control panel while you are having this door open. Speaking of horns, we have the Wheelock 34T. Pretty simple. So it's just going to be doing the pattern here, which is 2, 4, 5 on the coated pole. I will say the front of this is 5, 2, 5, which is very different from 4, 2, or 2, 4, 5. I don't really know why that's the case. I haven't opened up the other one yet to take a look at it. I hope to take a look at it in this video. I've been explaining for 3 minutes, so let's take a good look at how this works. Basically, this switch, when active, will drop power to the relay, which will cause this to go into alarm. And so you'll be able to hear it. I'm going to take the glass off, and then I'm going to have to push this button down in order for you guys to hear it. So first things first, glass is going to come off and it'll start spinning. If I can get that off, here we go. Oh, I didn't wind it, did I? There you go. So this will do four patterns of it. I'm not going to show the whole thing. Alright, so what I was mentioning though, if I put this up, it kind of acts as a bypass switch, because that's exactly what it does. It's very simple, and now you'll see when it hits here, the horn won't make any noise. There you go. So that's how you can service these things without actually making any noise to the panel. For example, if you wanted to maybe test this silently back before, you could just simply disable a MAC circuit. So we'll sound it off. It's very simple the way these things work. it didn't take a lot of genius behind it to make it function, but it did function nonetheless. And that code going out over the horns would tell people where to go look for it. It was kind of like addressable before the idea of addressable was even a thing. You know, you'd listen to the horn, somebody would look at a spreadsheet really and say, okay, that, you know, 245, that's the 5th floor east stairwell, you know, and they'd go look around there to see if there's a fire or not. This is back before systems would even automatically call the fire department. So you'd have somebody run up, look to see if there's a fire, and then call the fire department. It's kind of crazy. Like I said, it's super simple. So first things first, it says to replace the glass before winding. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of try to balance the glass up here a little bit and get the cover for the glass. And this just pushes right down, nice and simple. And there we go. And now you can wind this back up to reset it. It's hard for me to do. One hand. There we go. That's one tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, and 4 ticks. So that's how you decide how many times it's going to do it. You might say, okay, well, I only want to do it one time, and that'll be the end of it. But that's probably not a good idea. So ideally how this would work is if somebody had there was a fire, you would take this little hammer here and you would smash it in. That would break the glass, this would pop out, and it would start going. If you noticed, I had some issues getting it to spin right away there, and that is just because all these things are a little old and past their prime. And then when you reset it, you would take your key and you would screw it back in to lock it down. Real quick, I know the video is getting long, but I want to sound off using the other coded pull station I have just like this, so give me one moment to set that up. Okay guys, wired up the same way. We have this one as 244. The front of it says 524. If anyone knows why those numbers are different, because there's probably a reason, I would be curious to know. I imagine that's the function. Here we go. Oh, maybe I should do this. Let's go one more time. It goes so slow sometimes. Go to 1, 2. Guys, I want to say thanks for watching. I think these things are super interesting and super cool. I've been, itching to get my hands on some coded pull stations, and these are actually a gift to me from a friend of mine. He's had them kind of sitting around forever, and he said he just wanted to get rid of them. They've been collecting dust, and figured out to put these more so than he could. I'd say he's right, because he kind of is, but honestly, I can't thank him enough for this. These things are so cool. And, there you go, got the last one. Guys, it's a very unique thing. It's so simple the way these work. It's just simple circuitry, in and out. And, the fact that I'm able to use this relay to mimic the behavior of what this thing did back in the 60s, when it was in place is awesome. Speaking of this relay, that was sent with the security system I have from Best Security Systems. He is not sponsoring this video, but I do want to just mention I am working on that security system because I've been wanting to get that up and running. Oh, the cat's just in the video now. That's pretty cool. Hey, cat. Alright, let's make sure you don't shock yourself or something stupid. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the links in the description below, and I will see you in the next video.